We've all heard of perception as reality. And in the world of public relations, we know that reality is certainly in the eye of the beholder. And that's what the Nimby tip here is going to be focused on, is Nimby optics. Because the optics do influence the perceptions that turn into realities, especially political realities that determine the vote of any sustainable real estate project, right? So when I'm talking about optics, there's two sides to this. First off, the opposition, they are the masters of optics. Look at their Facebook pages, for example. They have hundreds, if not thousands, of followers, and so that really intimidates the elected officials and impresses the community leaders and also the media and how they're writing up the story. But if you peel back those layers, you'll see that many of those Facebook opposition pages, they have followers that are from outside the locality, outside the state even. And so they're stacking the deck of optics against your project. You also see that at public hearings where you see hundreds of opponents in buttons and shirts posing the project. And it's not uncommon for people to be outside the locality that are in that public hearing, but the decision makers really can't discern that, right? They're just counting the seats, butts and seats, if you will, and you're being outnumbered. So why up to this point, most of the time, applicants forfeit the optics to the opposition to their own detriment. So you need to, in this Nimby tip, start winning back some of those perceptions for yourself and have the Nimby optics work to your advantage. And that would include you having your own Facebook page for your project, either from the corporate side or maybe a coalition. There's always natural allies that want to support the jobs that are created, the tax revenue, the economic impact of whatever your residential, commercial, or industrial project may be bringing to the community. So that's certainly one thing that you can start working on, and that will translate into having followers and likes. That will translate into having more people at your public hearings, at your open houses, and also talking to the media, letter writing campaigns. That's all contributes to the realities of politics, and you have to influence those perceptions to get there. And so that's where the optics is very important in this Nimby tip. You have to make the effort to recruit community leaders and stakeholders, to be supportive of your project in the various channels and platforms we just talked about. And so that's the Nimby tip. Make the Nimby optics work in your favor, and you'll start seeing how the decision makers start gaining some political capital and confidence in your project. And if you do that, then you'll certainly turn more NIMBY opposition into yes, my backyard successes and opportunities. See you next time.